Hi, I'm Mark Craig, President of Community Housing Network. One of my favorite things to do every year is a video that we call Welcome to My Home. This is our chance to tell the stories of some of the people that we and our community partners have worked with throughout the year. These stories are moving to me because we don't always get a chance to see the impact that we've had both on people's lives and on the community. You'll see 4 stories, beginning with a man who grew up in a state institution and now owns his own home. And other stories about people who've gone through recovery, who've gone through great pain and suffering in their lives, and who've managed to pull themselves up with help from us and our other community partners. All 4 of the people that you're about to see are involved in some way in their community. So they not only enrich their own lives, they enrich their community. I hope you enjoy seeing the impact that our work and your support have had on people's lives and in the community.
Hi, my name is Michelle. Welcome to my home.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome to my home.
My name is Jack. Welcome to my home. I used to live in Oakdale many years. I got out when I was a young adult. So I left Oakdale. I lived in a lot of different programs. My whole life I want a house I could decorate and have a cat. And I had both. I got this house to spring here. I picked this house because it's a good size for me. It's 2 bedrooms. And I have a garage. I like to have my own house. My cat, he's friendly. Name's Godfrey, and he's a good boy. I take him down on nails to get him groomed. I work at Skybox doing dishes. Been there for 8 years. And in the winter time, I walk to work. Weather like this, I ride my bike to work. I'm independent. Independent means to be on my own, make my own decision, and pay my own bills. I like living here because this is a good neighborhood. I got good neighbors and good friends.
My name is John, and I've been a neighbor of Jack's for going on 14 years. He introduced himself to me, and he's been a great neighbor and a good friend ever since. He keeps up his house very well, and he's a very likable and friendly person. And he's always been a happy-go-lucky guy. I've never seen him angry in my entire life of knowing him.
I wanted to have my own house. That was my dream. My dream came true.
Hi, my name is Fallon, and welcome to my home.
Hi, I'm Janine. Welcome to my home. I was working at the Detroit Veterans Center. I was making $25,000 a year. Working in the environment with the homeless veterans and seeing how they were treated when they came home from Desert Storm, it really started weighing on me because they would come back home and be homeless and have to get a bridge card and wouldn't be able to get to the VA and get their benefits and that. And I started taking their situation on like it was my own. I wasn't on my mental health meds, for one thing. I wasn't seeing my psychiatrist like I was supposed to. And my mind told me, you don't need any of this. You'll be all right. And I ended up in Southwest Detroit. It was very dangerous out there in the streets. And a man approached me and told me I could sell dope for him and I wouldn't have to be on the street. Well, it turned out that I had to move into an abandoned funeral home and sell the dope out of a hole. If it wasn't for the police arresting me, I probably would be dead down there too. Today I can tell you it's what saved my life, because going to jail and Judge Roberson giving me a chance, sending me to the Marion Center for Women's Growth, is what started making me change the way I was thinking. And it made me feel better about myself to give back. And I had called team leader that I used to work with. And he offered me a house manager position in Pontiac for CIP. I had skills and I was able to use them. And while I was at Continuous Independence Program, I was still going to Easter Seals, and I was introduced to Community Housing Network. Jill Shoemaker came over there and showed me how to do the HMIS system. And I liked putting the data in, and I was really good at talking to people and pulling their stories out of them because I could relate to what they were going through. When that program, after 5 years, was closing down, I finally reached out myself through Easter Seals and Community Housing Network, and they helped me to get my housing that I'm living in now. I came here with just 2 bags of clothes, a comforter, and a pillow. After being here for a year, the company, Continental Management, let me start working as housekeeping.
So she cleans vacant units, hallways, makes the property look spectacular.
I've been doing housekeeping here for 2.5 years now, 3 hours a day. And so that is not too much for me because I am disabled with PTSD, bipolar 2. And I've recently, I beat cervical cancer, and I've been cured for the Hep C virus. So I've been able to see my doctors and keep my health good and make a, feel like an important part of society again.
She's an excellent advocate for residents. She is a great team player, really cares about what she does and the residents here at Colonial Meadows.
And I do Focus Hope here for the seniors. I volunteer to do that, and I got my certification today to pass out food. It gives me a purpose to wake up every morning. The future looks really bright for me today. I have debt, but everything is organized and every bill gets paid every month. And that's a good feeling. And I have a credit score, which I've never had in my life. I'm actually somebody today, and I've been making really good decisions, and I'm still clean and sober. Through all the craziness, I'm still clean and sober, and I feel good about that.
Hi, my name is Sebastian. Welcome to my home.
Welcome to our home. My name is Ed Carlson. I lived here for 20 years. The house is more spacious than my group home, which I had to live with 4 other people. Now I only live with 1 person. It's more independence for me because I can open my own front door, and I can choose what I want to eat, and I can choose my own furniture. Now I interview my own staff. I sit on many different boards over at CLS.
As far as living in this home, my wife and I both are very thankful that he's able to do this. At this point in our lives, my wife and myself, we are unable to provide the type of care that we have been used to be able to do when he was much younger. So we're happy to see that he has gotten involved in various projects, various avenues that he has been involved in helping other people.
I was a Salvation Army bell ringer for 19 years over at Kroger. They loved having me around Christmas time because I brought more people to their store. I've been involved with Michigan Partners for freedom for 12 years, and I do numerous presentations around the state forum. Now I'm a peer mentor in training. Once I'm certified, that I can work by myself. Here we are at Community Living Services. I work with many of my fellow peers, helping their people.
I work with Ed and supervise him as he pursues his state certification as a peer mentor. A peer mentor is somebody who has experience within the service system and understands what it feels like to receive services, and then they can help people to receive the services and go in the direction that they want to go. As I've gotten to know Ed, one of the important things to him is his home. He actually had me come to his home as he was designing a training for direct caregivers, and he had me take pictures throughout his home because home is, to him, where his heart is.
Hi, we're the Belia family. I'm Aaron.
I'm Eva. I'm Ethan.
And welcome to our home.
Hi, my name is Wilhelmina, and welcome to my home. My home life was very dysfunctional. I became an incorrigible teenager. I am a survivor of human trafficking, and Community Housing Network has helped me be reestablished on my feet in my new home. When I left my home from my mom, so I danced for him thinking that he was going to get me into adult club, and he paid me $200. One thing led to another. My sister didn't know anything about it. My mom didn't know anything about it. When they did find out about it, no one took any legal actions against him. It was just all my fault. My family said I had to do these things, or I was either subjected to a lockup in a mental facility or homeless. I decided to become homeless, and there was a flyer at the bus stop and said dancers needed $500 to $1,000 a day. And by me being homeless, and it was like, oh wow, this is the way to go to make money to survive at 14 years of age. And that's when I became an adult entertainer, or a minor adult entertainer. When there was the raid at the Blind Pig, I didn't feel like I was going to be free because I was locked up, and I was telling them at that time I was 16 years old. I tried to explain this to the judge on how did I get to this matter with my family, and the judge just would not listen to anything I had to say. And when I went back to my aunt's house, I was on probation, and I did really well. I finished my probation. I got emancipated. I was working 2 jobs. I went to school. I graduated. I did everything they requested of me. So I took the money from him, and I got back into the adult entertainment business, and I always went to school. And I went to school trying to get out of the business and continue to do the things for him, but I got sucked up into a cycle, and I just couldn't get out. I stayed into the adult entertainment world for 12 and a half years. I couldn't get back on my feet, so I called a family member and told them what was going on up here, because I never shared the story with anybody. It was always hidden. And she came to the club where I was working, and I walked out of there, and she said, "You never have to do this again." We went back to her home. She gave me Deceased Mother's Bible and told me to read it and stay in her home as long as I like. The lady who gave me the Bible warned me not to come back to Michigan, so I decided to come back up here anyway to tackle these problems. But my family were doing everything they could to get me to go back to work so they can continue getting the money. But I did go ahead and stop anyway, and I had to deal with the repercussions of the familial trafficking by my family. Found out about Hope Shelter, and I went there, and with the courts, they had me hooked up with community networking services. So I was with community networking services, and I was with Hope Shelter. From there, I got hooked up with Community Housing Network. It was a true blessing from God to get my home with Community Housing Network. I am currently in full-time therapy. I'm learning to move on and work forward, but it's very difficult. And going to human trafficking meetings, I found out about the Alabaster Gift.
We are an anti-human trafficking organization that focuses on education, awareness, and service providing. And we've really been fortunate to get to provide some training to the police officers, to the medical community. Wilhelmina has been really diligent to reach out and to seek counsel with judges and lawyers, and people in the government entities have been really impressed by her ability to want to just really change and fight for the survivors out there.
Since I've been here, I found out through Community Housing Network that they would help me buy my own home.
Wilhelmina was approved for the Housing Choice Voucher Program through Oakland County and expressed interest in purchasing her first home. Through the MSHA Key to Home Ownership Program, one can actually convert their Housing Choice Voucher from a rental payment into a home ownership opportunity. Wilhelmina has since completed all the classes required for this program and is currently saving toward her down payment as well as working toward rebuilding her credit score.
Someday I hope to own my own home and get married one day and have a family and have children and try to forgive with healing spiritually, mentally, physically, with all that has happened to me. That I was able to make it out of or overcome.